What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Prechtel, Prechtel Elevate Performance, coming at you live. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Um, and it's definitely one of those days that I know a lot of people are, potentially feeling anxious for a variety of reasons. Let's be honest, it's election day in America right now. So, and it's also 2020 and COVID and quarantine and a list of all kinds of shit. So, but today I want to talk a little bit about something that might help you out in the future, for your life in general, in the aftermath of, everything that may or may not happen. This can be useful for everybody, regardless of your, background or whatever that may be. And so I want to talk a little bit about morning routines, what I do, what I suggest all my clients do whenever they start working with me. And I just kind of want to go through this just to kind of like lay out sort of an outline for those of you out there that might be struggling with anxiety right now, struggling with intrusive negative thoughts, stress, all that good stuff. And what I'm going to lay out for you today is going to help you a shit ton in dealing with that and kind of being in more control of your thoughts and your feelings and emotions and just like dealing with, all that stuff that kind of goes, that happens on the day to day, to help you become a more like resilient person in general, and to not necessarily be, like a victim to the outside world, and social media and the news and things like that. And so what I'm going to do and what I'm going to just kind of talk about right here and right now is, morning routine, like why it's important and why it's going to like change your fucking life if you actually like like if you actually do this. Like, trust me, you're going to feel like and you're consistent with it, you are going to feel like a superhuman version of yourself. Imagine where you're at right now and how like good you feel about yourself or how productive you feel about things, and just take that times like, at least 2 or 3 times. Like, okay, um, think of it that way. All right, the potential benefits of doing this far outweigh any potential negative like consequences, if there could even be any, to not at least give this a try. I can honestly say I did this. What I'm about to basically tell you guys, I have done this every fucking day for the entire month of October. I did it basically every single day, even though I was on vacation for the entire month of September. And it has been transformative in terms of how like amazing I feel on a daily basis. Like, honestly, like I probably get more work done than a lot of the people watching this right now before you guys even wake up, just because of what I do on a daily basis. One, that helps me be more productive. Two, it makes it easier for me to like reach my goals and attain my goals. And three, like it sets my mindset up, and and primes my brain basically to be a productive motherfucker for the rest of my day. And it helps give like really solid mental clarity in terms of, what I want to achieve for that day and week and then month and things like that. It really helps build momentum. And so what all that entails, if you're still like listening to this and you're still watching this, I'm happy that you're, still here and still interested. So, what this all entails basically is so I'm going to lay it out for you. It's really, really simple, honestly. And if you're somebody who is watching this right now and at the end of this, you're like, oh, like that sounds fucking awesome. Like, I want to try this. Send me a message. Like, send me a message and I'll, give you a general outline, like skeleton outline of what I do. So that way you can make your own. Just because, a lot of people are stressed out right now. A lot of people are going to be stressed out, like regardless of whatever party you're a part of. Like, you're probably lying to yourself at least a little bit if aren't, thinking about it or minorly stressed about it. So this will help everybody. So step one, wake up 1 hour earlier than you are currently waking up. Okay. Wake up So if you're waking up at 7 a.m., once you wake up at 6 a.m. If you're waking up at 6 a.m., when you wake up at 5 a.m. If you're waking up at 5 a.m., that's a little much, but wake up at 4 a.m. And so, but whenever I say that, I'm not saying instantly like starting tomorrow. If you want to try it, go for it. Start waking up an hour earlier. But you can, to make it an easier transition, start waking up 15 minutes earlier than what you are right now. The next day, another 15, so that you're at half hour, and then another 15, or do it in like half hour increments. So that way it's more of a transition, and you're not like messing with your sleep cycles too much. So wake up 1 hour earlier. This is going to give you that much more. That's going to give you that much more time in order to actually like focus on what your goals are supposed to be and like set you up for success for the day. Setting aside that time in the morning is going to allow you to actually do the morning routine that I'm about to lay out for you. It's going to also be, I fucking love getting up early. It's amazing. It's incredible having that time to yourself when nobody else is awake. It's honestly, it's amazing waking up that early and there's nothing going on. Like, other than you focusing on you and taking that time out of your day to like focus on your goals and focus on being present and setting up your mindset to basically be as efficient and successful as possible for the rest of the day. It basically it sets your day up for that to happen. And so what you need to do, and this is the other thing too, and maybe tomorrow is a bad day to start doing this because I know everybody and their brother's going to be looking at their phone, checking the election results and shit like that. But don't look at your phone for the first 30 to 60 minutes of the day when you wake up. Put your phone on airplane mode or like not accepting notifications or whatever that may be, because when you do that, you're not allowing yourself to be a victim to your phone. You're not allowing yourself to become a victim of whatever is going to be on your social media or text that you may or may not have gotten. Like, you're literally making it to where you're not allowing yourself to be a victim to some outside source or stimuli. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's good whenever you see something that's nice, but it puts you in a reactive state where you see some things on your phone, you get like a little dopamine rush, or you get some like some sad bombs thrown your way, basically, where you're going to be like impacted in a negative way or a positive way. But regardless of whether it's a negative or positive thing, you don't want to be a victim to your phone. You don't want to be like that. That gives an outside source control, and it dictates how you're going to, set up your day and start your day. Like don't do that to yourself. Like, trust me, like it is so nice not like I use my phone for this app that I'm going to talk about here in a second, but other than that, I don't engage in anything at all news related, like social media wise, text, anything for the first half hour to 60 minutes of my day, because it puts you in a reactive state and it makes you way more likely to be like basically a victim to your phone. And so don't let yourself become a victim to your phone, basically, is what I'm saying. And again, tomorrow's probably not a good day to start doing this shit. In terms of not looking at your phone, because everybody's gonna look at their fucking phone. But that's the first step, like waking up earlier, not looking at your phone for the first 30 to 60 minutes of your day. And so the next thing is, when you get up, drink a big ass glass of water. Drink a 5 to 10 ounce glass of water as soon as you wake up, after you've gotten up and you're getting your day started. Take whatever vitamins or supplements or whatever you may be wanting to take. Drink your water, take your vitamins or supplements or whatever that may be, and get that out of the way, so that where your body's kind of getting woken up and the water's kind of getting in, you're feeling hydrated. You lose a lot of water while you're sleeping, like from breathing throughout the night. Like, I always wake up and I have such a dry mouth, it's not even funny. And so doing that helps kind of get things going, kind of gets your your system going. So do that. So that's the next step. After that, and something that can help with this too, if you're somebody that's forgetful, just to help you get into the system of it, have a glass of water near your like sink when you wake up in the morning. Like, after you brush your teeth, like just like drink a big glass of water, or do it before you brush your teeth. But have a glass there. You just fill up and chug a lug, and then you're good to go. And so that's the other thing. Like, this is the big one. Okay, this is the big one. And I was somebody who was always just like, I don't want to meditate. Meditating sounds boring, or meditating seems like such a drag, or like, uh, like, meditating's like one of those like weird things that like hippies do or whatever. And let me tell you from experience, it is not like that. I mean, it can be like that if you want it to be like that. Like that's fine too. Like no offense to anybody who likes doing that, but meditation helps you be present in the moment. It helps you control how you react and respond to the thoughts that pop into your head that you have no control over having. And it helps you like basically separate yourself from those thoughts and just like look at them from like I guess like almost like a third person view of like, okay, like I've got these thoughts going on in my head and I get to choose how I want to respond to them. It helps strengthen that connection in your head whenever that happens. So meditating for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Actually, honestly, like should be more likely to 10 to 20, but 5 to 10 sometimes is enough for some people. It's a good place to start. And how I do that is I utilize this app called Headspace. It's really nice, convenient. It's free for like the basic things. And basically, you just turn that on and you chill out. I just sit somewhere comfortable and I zone out and meditate for like 5 to 10 minutes every single morning. Every single morning. And it is so nice. After I'm done doing that, it really helps you be present in the moment, so that way you're not, again, in a reactive state whenever you start your day. It helps calm you down. Like I think that especially if you're somebody, even if you have trouble sleeping at night, that's something that you should be doing just because of the way it makes you feel. That allows you to just kind of shut off, or at least like, for like I kind of said, like from like a third person kind of view, like you're not letting your thoughts like control your emotions and how you're feeling and things like that. So it helps you be present. It helps you, be in a more positive, like your brain is like primed to be in like a more positive state basically after that point. And again, and it's one of those things too, actually, like, and honestly, like meditation's actually like really good for your brain. There's been some studies that have shown that people that meditate like consistently, they have more gray matter, and they have like, they're just way more like I guess they're just more in control of their emotions and their mindset, and they just live happier lives in general because of a lot of these things. It literally it will physically change your brain in a good way if you do it consistently. So that's another reason why I think it's really good. So meditate 10 minutes a day, 5 to 10 minutes a day at the start. Work your way up 10 to 20 minutes. Usually the longer the better, but not everybody has that much time. So 5 to 10 minutes is a good starting point to get comfortable with it. The next thing is like, so I do this, and it's one of those things where you might not necessarily want to do this, but I do it every single day. I have big goals and I have big dreams for what I want to get out of my life and my business and all that good stuff. So I have a letter that I wrote to myself, basically, from my future self, basically, telling me what I'm gonna fucking accomplish in the next, 5, 6 months. I've got a letter that I've written to myself that I use of me telling myself what I'm gonna fucking accomplish in the next 5 to 6 months. And I listen to that thing every single morning. I listen to that video every morning, and it's me telling me. And I do that, and I listen to that while I'm writing out, like, which is the next thing is, to-do lists and gratitudes. But I listen to that every morning, telling me what I'm going to accomplish, and it's coming from me, basically from the future, base sort of thing. And and that helps you keep your eye on the prize. It helps you remember your why you're doing it in the first place. And if you're somebody who has a fitness goal, if you're somebody who has a weight loss goal, or something that you want to accomplish, whether it's like a business or whatever that may be, have that be included in that letter to yourself of you, like, reading it to yourself, basically. Like, that's what I do every single morning. And it is so helpful in keeping me and reminding me of what I'm doing this for, why I'm doing this, like who I want to help and what my goals are. And like, having that like unshakable integrity, basically, and keeping me hungry and keeping me like, like on top of my shit. So that way So that way I don't forget my why. And so yeah, so that's the next thing that I do. And then the other thing too is like while that's going on, I write out my gratitudes. I spend 5 minutes every morning writing out my gratitudes every single day. And I write out things that I'm grateful for. I write out things that are positive that are going on in my life, things that I'm looking forward to, things that I'm thankful for. And what that does, again, this is all about your mindset because you're not gonna. So like you're gonna have a really hard time, like like with anxiety, with working towards your goals efficiently and effectively, and not quitting and being as successful as possible. You're gonna have a hard time with all those things if you got a shit mindset. Okay, the body does what the mind wills it to do, and if you aren't willing your body to do the right things because everything's all messed up in here and it's like a really toxic negative environment, you're gonna have a really fucking hard time actually doing what you want to do because you're gonna have so much shit up in here that there's gonna be too much noise and too much bandwidth being spent on a bunch of other shit that you're not gonna be able to focus on what's important and what you actually need to do. So that is why writing out your gratitudes is really good, and that's why all this is so important. But the gratitudes, writing those out, just help remind you, what you're doing this for, what's important to you, like what you're thankful for, and it helps prime your brain to think more positively for the rest of the day. Imagine if you started out your day and you're just like, I fucking hate everything. Like I'm sad. Like my life sucks. I'm overweight. I'm too skinny. I don't look how so and so looks. Like if you did that every morning, you're probably gonna have a pretty shit day for the rest of your day, right? Yeah. So think about that in the opposite way, like the opposite end of that, and writing out positive things like, oh, like I'm really grateful for my family today. I'm really grateful that my significant other is supporting me and doing these things. I'm really thankful for the fact that I've got my pet is healthy or whatever that may be. Like it can be anything that you want. Like I'm really happy about the promotion that I got. Like that kind of stuff. Like that will have like a similar effect, but in a good way. Whenever you're starting your day. Basically the last thing, and this one's really, really important if you're wanting to be efficient and you're wanting to be successful and you're wanting to actually like accomplish your goals, especially when it comes to fitness and nutrition. Write out a motherfucking to-do list. Write out a to-do list because if you write out a to-do list, one, you're not going to have to try and waste a bunch of mental bandwidth trying to keep track of all the stuff that you're supposed to do that day, which you're going to more than likely forget at least some of the things or be way less efficient in like actually accomplishing them. But by taking everything that you want to do that day and get done that day out of your head and put it on a piece of paper, you don't have to think about those things anymore. You have to waste that energy or that brain power thinking about all the shit that you have to do. It's right there on a piece of paper, staring you in the face, telling you what you have left to do. And basically, after you write your to-do list for the day, whether it be I need to meal prep at whatever o'clock, I need to track my calories or whatever, I need to get a workout in at this time, I need to make sure that I'm doing all the like whatever it may be, whatever medial tasks it may be, like write that shit down so that way it actually that way it's way more likely to actually get done. And in doing that, you're making sure that you're going to be able to actually you're going to get way more done in the day. You're going to feel a lot better about getting those things done because everybody likes checking things off of a list. It feels really good, right? And so do that. So do that. Like make sure that you're doing that because that is going to make sure that you're getting the tasks done for the day, whether that be business or fitness or weight loss or whatever related. It's making it's like an extra layer of accountability and efficiency to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And having it on paper feels really good. Like not having it all these things that I need to be thinking about doing in my head. Like I set aside a little bit of time in the morning to write out everything that I need to do, and I think about it for like 10 minutes, write it all out, schedule it out in my in my planner, so that way I know what I need to do at these certain times of the day, and then I don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. I just follow my list and I follow my planner, and then I'm good to go. And that feels really good, not having to like go back and forth trying to like worry about all this shit. And I'm batching out basically my to-do list and what I need to do for that day, and then I don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. It's really nice. So it takes a lot of stress off your head. So that is my morning routine. That is what I have done every single day for the entire month of September, at least in some capacity, even while I was on vacation, and every single day of the month of October religiously, like every day. And I plan on doing this for the rest of my life. even on weekends. Like I do it even on weekends. Sometimes I let myself sleep in like a half hour extra on the weekends, but oftentimes I don't, just because I love being in the momentum that it puts me in. I love how it makes me feel. Like who in their like honestly, like who in their fucking right mind would wake up that early and do that shit if it didn't have a benefit to it? If I didn't like doing it and if I didn't want to do it, you guys know me, like I wouldn't do it. Like it's that like powerful and effective and good feeling that it gives me that I'm never gonna not do it again. Like honestly, like there's no like going back. And I might have an off day here and there for whatever reason, but in terms of like being consistent with it for the rest of my life, like I'm never not gonna do this again, just because it's that like powerful and transformative in terms of how like good I feel about myself and where I'm going. So and it helps me deal with a lot of like a lot of the anxieties that I dealt with. It helps me with my mental health. It's helping me strengthen my mindset, which yeah, everybody's gonna have bad days, especially with mental health. Like sometimes you can't control that shit, but it helps give you the tools and it helps strengthen those habits and rituals that you're gonna be glad that you've got down, kind of like down pat, like when that time comes, if you do end up struggling with like your mental health or whatever. So that's why it's so important. And that's why I love my morning routine. And that's why I want to share it with you guys, because, next couple days, going to be a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety from a lot of people, a lot of things going on. And I just wanted to give you all a tool that I really believe in, that I think is going to help, you change your life for the better, not only, in the next couple of days, but potentially for the rest of your life, if you actually take it seriously and you actually do it. And I would not be on here rambling on Facebook and Instagram Live if I didn't believe in it. So, it's one of those things that take it for what you will. If you want to do it, let me know. If you're like, just gonna like watch this and then like say like, oh yeah, I'll do it and put it off, I guess it's your loss. But I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this, gives you an idea of what you can do in the future to help make your life better, and strengthen your mindset. If you got value from this, give this video a like. If you're watching this at a later time, make sure to do #replay, regardless though of whether or not you're watching at a later time or right now. Hit me with your number one takeaway in the comments down below, so that way I know that you saw this, I know that you got value from this. And if you know somebody that's struggling right now, with their mindset, or they're struggling with anxiety or mental health or whatever that may be, or they want to be more productive, send them this video, share this video with them. It's going to be one of the biggest keys to that actually happening. And they'll be really glad that they did it. So, yeah, that's my life for today. Hope everybody stays safe. Yeah, look out for other people. Don't be a dick. Be kind. Do your best to take care of each other and be a leader in your community, because, no matter what, it's going to be needed now more than ever. So that's my life for today. Hope you all enjoyed this. Happy Tuesday. And I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow.